Hey there, and welcome to another Dave Does video. And today I'm back checking out a band that I haven't checked out in a very long time. It's a band called Liliac, and the song is Queen of Hearts. It's a live version. Probably 18 months to 2 years, something like that, since I last checked it out. And I've had kind of an up and down relationship with the band as far as what I've liked, what I haven't. So certain tracks I've really enjoyed, certain tracks I've been a bit more critical about. I've definitely, the more later tracks I've enjoyed a lot more than their early stuff, and that was one of the challenges I had with the band, was brand identity, about who they are, what they set themselves out for because what I felt in the early bands was doing these covers, they're doing covers amazingly well, but it didn't explain to me who the band is. What band are they? When are we going to get some originality from them as far as like their vibe as a band, their connectivity? And we got that about 18 months ago. We started getting more of it, or 2 years ago. Feels like 2 years ago anyway. We started to get them to actually stamping their own identity and that kind of vamp metal vibe. So yeah, I really want to go check them out now live and see. This is one of the last videos they've uploaded on their channel, so I want to go check this one out and get more of an impact of where the band is in their current state. I don't remember the Queen of Hearts. I think I may have reacted to this, but the name doesn't. Well, the name sort of rings a bell, but it doesn't kind of stand out as a track that I would have remembered. So yeah, let's go check out Liliac and Queen of Hearts live. Count it in, 3, 2, 1, go. Just, I will pause from time to time. It's not something I used to do on the channel, but I have started doing it due to requests, rather than trying to save all thoughts until the end. So just to let you know, already can see there's a definite visual change to the band. They're getting more of a kind of this darker black sort of vampire sort of style, or even kind of, it's interesting on his arm sleeves. He's like all these kind of faux studs kind of thing. Makes you think of I can't remember what the name is now. Cosplay type thing, I don't know. Okay, before we get any further into it, love her voice. I think it's amazing. I like the track so far. Got a great sound. Only thing I would say is whoever decided to give him choreography of this march at the beginning, just stop that. Stop that. It's that doesn't work. It actually makes the band look less professional. It's if it's done really well with like groups of people, stage performers. I get the idea of what they're trying to do. I do get it, but if it's not landed correctly, really well, it puts them on a back foot as far as working within their peers and their growth. Because this is another band I was just talking. I did a video about the Warning Animosity, and this is another band whose siblings growing up within the music scene, growing as a scene, and this is where there's a bit of a difference between the two bands. Apart from just stylization, it's about getting that bit of the professional, because they're great musicians. Liliac are great musicians. I just want to see that kind of get rid of some of those sort of bad decisions that can hold them back and maybe put people off, because I'm really liking the track. I'm really loving what they're sounding like. But that little marching thing at the beginning was just a little bit too cheesy, or just badly planned into a set. But if they'd had like maybe 30 people doing it at the beginning in some sort of music video, would have been awesome. But yeah, just something. I'm going to say it now so that I can get back in and enjoy the song and enjoy the performance.
Queen of Hearts, yeah, broken to the
was this filmed? Because they're all sitting down at tables. That's really odd. They're at a metal gig and they're all kind of sitting on a thing. Was this like a showcase performance or something? Okay, there we go, Liliac and Queen of Hearts. So, really like the track. I think the track's really good. Love the vocal performance. There were points in the video where I'm convinced it was the studio recording, because I watched, there were a couple of snare hits in there that weren't on the audio, but I could see her hit where she does like a little flick and there's a right hand hit on the snare before she hits the cymbal, and that's not audible in the cans. So I don't know if it's a bit of a blended audio or not. I don't know. I'm because it's a difficult one. Maybe it was tweaked out. Maybe she didn't hit it hard enough to pick it up in the microphone. So maybe that's the reason behind it. So maybe that's the reason. Yeah, so musically really good. They obviously have got a lot of confidence on stage for their performances, what I liked. I still feel there is work to be done on just nailing that live show, just getting that really right, to feel comfortable in being in there and being their own personalities. So one thing I've noticed, guitars and bass did this marching thing on the beginning. Then when it came back around to the main riff the second time round, we've got guitars marching, bass not marching. So there's a bit of synchronicity going on there. So should they be doing it? Shouldn't they be doing it? So it's almost like they've got something planned in their head of what they want to deliver. They're thinking too much about that rather than getting comfortable in the zone. Melody, vocal wise, she's got lots of space to stage. So she's got this kind of the scepter type thing that she's using as a talker piece, which is very kind of 80s power metal kind of style, Dio-esque, and Halford and all that, where they use microphone stands and all that sort of thing, and Freddie Mercury, anything to use kind of as a talking point. It's cool to have. She needs to use the front of the stage to lean out more, or there's that power stancing on the monitors which should help a little bit, because at a certain point she looked a little bit uncomfortable on stage. But I really like the band. These are all kind of tips of, I would say, we just get them to the next level. They are very, very good. Musically, as I said, really liked what they're doing there. Really feel they've come into their own as far as what they want to do musically. Just want to get that live bit over to the next level. And it's only because I do a lot of judging and stuff on local band competitions. One of the things we talk about is stage presence, professionalism, overall performance, use of the space. interactivity, connections with the audience. It's all these things that you go through in points to see how well the bands are. And there are certain bands that musically are really good but struggle on the live performance because they've spent so much time working on the tracks and internalizing what they want to do that when they then get onto the stage they can't quite get it across into the audience. And then there's some people that are musically just not there but can put on a great show. And it's judging, when you have someone putting on a great show, people connect with it and they don't kind of pick out those little bits. I've only said all this because it's stuff that is very obvious to me when I've watched the video, and if I didn't say it, I'd be just being picked on for being just going, oh, it's an amazing song, they're all amazing, etc. And I don't feel that's right. It's always about being honest. These are just the few things that I've seen in the band, but they are, if I compare that to a couple of years ago where they were, I think they've definitely stepped it up again, which is great. They definitely moved the right direction. Their performance is really good. I'd like to see a more recent live performance to see where they've got to again, and see what's going on with the band, because it's great to see a band starting at a certain stage and seeing that consistent performance, whether it's musically, live performance style, but a really big things hopefully for Liliac. Now, if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.